Hello and welcome back to Creativepetkeeping. My name is Kasha, I am your host, and today we're going to continue the betta breeding series by talking about some cons to shipping. Now, I had a different video planned today, but then some stuff with shipping came up and I thought, you know what, this is a good learning opportunity for those of you who are either considering breeding bettas or might be beginners, because there's sometimes things that go wrong and you have to be prepared for those kind of things as best as possible, but also understand that once you ship your fish, it's out of your control and there's nothing you can really do about that. And that is in particularly shipment delays. So I've been very fortunate where I have not really dealt with shipment delays in the past. I don't sell many fish or ship many fish online. I only ship, I would say, less than 30 per year total, so which is not really a lot, but with those numbers I still had pretty good luck. You know, usually maybe there'd be like a day delay, but for the most part not a lot used to go wrong, which used to be really great, except this week. So during the pandemic I knew that there were a lot of shipping delays, which is why during the pandemic I just was like, you know what, I'm not going to ship at all. Even though the fish are ready, I will hold on to them longer. Then after the shipping delays stopped, I still waited a bit longer. So I kind of got to observe other breeders that were already starting to ship out fish, and I was just kind of watching and seeing, are they having issues or not? And after I saw that people were having pretty good luck, things were pretty good, I started to ship only a few fish at a time because I was selling them through Patreon. My Patreon supporters got kind of first dibs to buy a few fish. And then finally this week, I made a few more available, but keep in mind, it was a small number. So I made a few more available and they all sold out within a day, which I am very grateful for. And I started shipping. This week has been kind of tough. Luckily, this week I've only shipped 4 fish because the other 3, I had requests to hold them till next week. And usually when I ship fish, you know, I will communicate with every person that I'm shipping to, which is another reason why I don't sell fish in large quantities, because I like to communicate with everyone who purchases a fish to make sure, like, are you available, you know, to pick up your fish? What would be the best shipping option? If there's any changes, what can I do to make it better? So at least on my end, I try the best I can, and then when I pack my fish, I really take as many precautions as I can to prepare, because I know with the United States Postal Service, or to be honest, anyone, I mean, it could be with FedEx, it could be with UPS, issues can happen. Now, I go with the USPS because that's the most affordable one at the moment that I can do. I have shipped some fish with UPS this year, and they were pricey. There was one where it was literally $113 just for the overnight shipping. And the good thing is the fish obviously arrived exactly on time. Downside, that's a lot of money to pay for shipping. So I usually lean towards the USPS because it is more affordable. The downside, USPS is not always super reliable. Now, bettas for the most part can handle shipping pretty well, and they can handle hotter temperatures pretty well. I believe it is past 110 degrees Fahrenheit that bettas would actually start to die. They're pretty happy in the 80s. They can tolerate the 90s. I feel like once you get past 95, they start to get like really stressed out. They're like, we don't like this, but they could still, you know, survive. So I know that to a certain extent, when I'm shipping them, you know, in the spring or summer, they'll do well. During the hottest part of the year, I will usually pause shipping and then I will resume when it cools down a little more. So that I'm okay with, but it's still really stressful because what happened this week is, out of those 4 shipments that I have, 3 were delayed. And one particularly is scaring me because it is saying, like, USPS is telling me that the fish is going to arrive on Monday. And luckily for my experience, the fish tend to arrive earlier than what USPS says. But there was another shipment that was supposed to arrive on Wednesday that arrived just today, this morning, to another person, which was frustrating because the person was off on Wednesday, so she was available for the whole day to pick up the fish, you know, when it gets dropped off, and then acclimate it, and then right away put it in its tank. Now, on the other hand, the fish is kind of just by the house waiting for the person to get out of work. So it's really hard, it's really stressful, and I feel like before you start to either consider breeding bettas or becoming a breeder, you have to know that there's a lot that goes into it, and breeding bettas, shipping bettas, selling bettas is not the most complicated things. I don't want to really like deter you from trying, but it's something that takes a lot of work. It can be stressful for sure. And all my fish are going to sleep right now, but there's going to be things that go wrong. For example, there's going to be shipping delays. So for now, you know, all I have to do is just watch and see what's going on. I'm also going to be in touch with everyone who is wanted to put their fish on hold till next week. Looking at the weather, we might push it maybe another week. We'll see how it goes, because if there's issues with the post office right now, if me kind of like holding the fish back a little bit will mean that they might get delivered in a more timely manner, then I will choose to do that, because really the welfare of the fish is the thing that comes to mind first, and it's the most important thing. So right now, all I can do is just really hope that the fish are okay. I'm really stressed out, that's for sure, because I haven't had any fish die so far. In all the years I've been selling and shipping, even though it was small quantities, I've been really lucky. I have not had any DOAs, so dead on arrival. I really want to keep it that way. I want to the best of my abilities, ensure that my fish get to everyone's home, not only alive, but also in good conditions. I don't want a fish that's been stuck in shipping, was really stressed out, made it, but had to go through a lot as well. There is a possibility that after I do the next shipment, I may pause and wait till we get through the hot season, and I might wait till things start to cool down before I sell and ship any of the remaining fish. And I know that can be frustrating to a lot of you, because I know a lot of you would like to get my fish, but I just really have to do what's best for the fish first. And if that means waiting a little more, or, you know, trying to sell more locally, I will do that. But I wanted to make a video about this, even though I had another video that was planned for today. I wanted to talk about this because this is an important thing that comes up when you breed bettas. It's something that hopefully the more you ship, you will get better at, but will always be issues, and that's something that, you know, if you are a breeder, you have to learn to, I guess, accept and be okay with. For me, it really stresses me out, so if I had to regularly breed and ship fish, I don't know how that would affect me personally, or if I can really handle doing that long term, because maybe I get too attached to my fish. I don't know if that's a bad thing or a good thing. I kind of want to see it as a good thing, because I really value the fish as living creatures, and I always want to put their welfare first. I just wanted to make a video about this. We'll see how things are going. Hopefully the fish will be okay. It's a little stressful. I'm stressed out. We're gonna see how it goes, and I'm really hoping that my little fishies get to their new homes safely, and I hope that it's the least stressful possible. So that's my little video. It's kind of a little chatty video, but I think this is an important topic to discuss, even though it's really stressful. I'm gonna go back to stressing out about my fish, and I'll see you in the next video.